Buffoons. Mm-hmm.
So now we are jealous. Who are we jealous of? To hating. How are we jealous of FBA if we're FBA from from the way that you say we are FBA? You say we are FBA. If it was just a lineage, then you couldn't be saying that because I couldn't be separated from it, so I couldn't be jealous of myself. But nonetheless,
Right.
Maybe you're talking about Tariq Nasheed. I don't know. Jealous, hating, plebiscite, babbling buffoons. All right, yes. Dr. Dennis Wink, I listened to Tariq's broadcast last night to hear it for myself. Nasty work, absolutely. Our lineage ain't no cult. You do sound like weird teachers.
Tethers.
Oh, tethers. See, that's another part of the jargon. That's another part of the
lineage.
Huh?
What is that? Like, again, what is their lineage? They keep claiming the word.
I'm gonna tell you what they did. I'm gonna tell you what they did. I'm gonna tell you who I'm going to say he's wickedly con artistry. I don't even want to say wickedly wise. Wickedly con artistry. My man, our dear sick brother, Tariq, instead of saying our organization, he had to create a word that he doesn't have to say organization.
Right.
So he says our lineage. He says the lineage. He says the lineage has to do this. The lineage has to do that. So they use it like, now you just take and really insert lineage for organization or whatever it is. So listen here, our lineage ain't no cult. So now think about it. Our organization ain't no cult.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? See, Tariq is brilliant in that way that he uses the word lineage instead of our organization, our movement sometimes, things like that, that would point directly that he's a leader. So he says lineage instead of community, organization, so on and so forth. So they just supplant lineage for words.
And they parroted it back. Like, again, I'm like, lineage is descent from an ancestor. So, okay, yeah, your descent from an ancestor is not a cult, but your descent from an ancestor reaches back to Africa. You're an African. You're not a Nigerian. You're not a Tanzanian. You're an African American. You're an African in the West.
And if you want to switch it up and say you're an American African,
then you can
that's
do
like
that
a Nigerian African. You know what I mean? That's like so, and people say things like all types of stuff that doesn't exist. Well, the only, like, even in our own community, sometimes they say, well, there's no Chinese American. Yeah, it sure is. People in Chinese that have Asian descent or from China, they literally do say Chinese American. I know some of our own scholars said things like that, which is not accurate. Maybe it was accurate at one time, but it's definitely not accurate today.
Right, because the whole thing is every group gets to pick and choose what label they use the most. Like a Chinese person or a Chinese American person, some will say I'm just Chinese. Some will say I'm just American. Some will say I'm Chinese American. And in that regard, again, I don't have an issue with somebody saying I'm foundational Black American. If that's how you choose to identify yourself, that's why we can say things like, you clearly don't understand what's going on.
Shabazz, break it down with the proper perspective. So much controversy and a lot of deception. You don't know who's coming through with the light and reflection, and whose mouth is mumbling, trick knowledge deceptive. Shabazz, break it down with the proper perspective. So